What up, world? It's your boy Chuck Wick Ills, aka Charles Brown. We back again. Got another album review for you. This time we're gonna talk about your boys Wu Tang Clan. The Wu was coming through at a theater near you and get funk like a shoe. Alright, man, so Wu Tang Clan has just dropped a new album called The Saga Continues. Now, I don't even know why you would even click this if you're not a Wu Tang fan in one regard or another, if you're not a Wu head in some form of fashion that you know who the Wu Tang is. I don't know if I got to break that down to you who the Wu Tang is, but I'm going to do it anyway. For maybe I got a newer viewer who wants to, a little backstory, a little knowledge on the Wu Tang Clan as the way I see it. So, Wu Tang Clan. Let's go back. We're going to go back to, what is it, 93, 94? I first heard of Wu Tang Clan. First of all, Wu Tang Clan is RZA, GZA, U-God, Ghostface Killer, Inspector Deck, Raekwon, the Chef, Old Dirty Bastard, and Master Killer. And to some degree, Capadonna. If I forgot anybody, I'm sorry. But that to me is the Wu Tang Clan. Now, we first got introduced to Wu Tang Clan. I literally think it was the video. The first video. To Protect Your Neck. I think we first... Chop may have had that single. He may have had that single. That's our DJ. He may have had that single. But I'm not 100% sure if we heard Chop play the single first or we saw the video. Either way, the video changed everything. Because everything that we thought about the industry, everything wrong with the industry, got corrected with that very first Wu-Tang video. That very first Protect Your Neck. That was us. That was our identity. Just grimy, low, underground, just shifty, dirty, just unpolished, uncommercial, pure lyrics. We didn't even say bars back then. It was just rhymes, just ill-ass rhymes, beats, verses. And it wasn't trying to be, it was no hook. It was no glossy, shiny suit shit. It was none of that. It was just one nigga spit, then a dude right after him just come in, boom. Then a dude right after him just boom. And it was all just, it was nothing pretty. It was nothing pretty. And we were young and we didn't want to hear nothing pretty. Like, yeah, the pretty stuff, save that for some other time, for other scenarios. But we were finally getting what we wanted. Some next level, but it was where we were all the time. Cause like real hip hop heads, we get in a cypher, just start bobbing, put your hoodie on, and just you wait your turn, you spit your verse, and the shit had to be hard. Or get out, or beat it. You know what I'm saying? Like bullshit, like fuck that. So what we did when we first heard this Wu-Tang Clan was we dissected every dude rapping, every verse that was on there, every line that he said, because it was so ill to us that dudes was actually finally coming with what we wanted. So we wanted to break that down. We wanted to hear everything they were saying. We wanted to know everything they were talking about. We wanted to know every MC that was on, who they were. And yeah, we kind of thought some of it was gimmicky too, like Ghostface with the, he not showing his face and all. We were critical. At the same time, we were hesitant to step foot into this. Because we're very critical. We're not, MCs don't give up credit easily. We don't give it up fast. You don't just jump in and be top dog MC. You got to earn this love that we give you. So yeah, we were critical. We were like, what is this? What is Kung Fu shit? Whatever. But we in the back of our mind, we were like, yo, this shit's nuts. It's banging. But again, we had to slowly, because we got fooled a couple times. A couple times, guy come off nice and his video's dope. And then he come on with the album and it's complete bullshit, trash, half commercial, half bullshit. So it's like we got fooled a couple times. So we slowly, you know, we into those waters. So Protect Your Neck came out. We thought it was nuts, but we reserved judgment, just like with a lot of other stuff. And then I want to say that record started to gain a lot of steam, and you started to hear more and more about Wu Tang, we found out that RZA actually was Prince Rakim. Oh, we love you, Raheem. It was the Prince Raheem or Prince Rakim, one or the other. He had that song out, which was kind of, it was kind of corny when it first came out. That was like some late 80s, early 90s. Oh, we love you, Raheem. It was like, you could tell he was an MC, but you knew he was in the Matrix. You knew that the label had him. So we couldn't really co-sign Prince Raheem. It was like, the sample was dope, but it was too formula. It was too, So then we had
the Jizza.
But he had Girl Come Do Me, which again was it was some wax on, wax off. It was some very formulaic. It was the industry. And even that wasn't that bad. You know what I'm saying? It was all right. It was what, at the time, everybody had these tracks where it was for females. Every record. I don't care who you had. Every record has some song referencing females to some degree. You had to do it. It was just part of the game. So we gave it a pass. It was okay. It wasn't no Wu Tang. So then we found out that these two was them two dudes, which could have went either way. But we was like, we looked past that. We gave him a pass. 36 Chambers came out. It was a freaking fury of cats telling other cats, yo, you got to get this Wu Tang. This 36. You heard that Wu Tang shit everywhere you went, bro. You went to a club, a party, anywhere. Cream was on. Method Man was on. Protect Your Neck was on. Can It Be was on. Like, you wasn't going nowhere in hip hop. Turn the radio. That shit, Cream, Method Man, METHOD, all that. Wu Tang came out of nowhere at the perfect time because the game was getting, the underground cast was struggling too much to find their niche. We had to look deep to get what we were looking for, and it was getting really sad. This is the beginning of the money craze, where these labels was doing this for the money. They realized, that alcoholics and all that stuff is cool, and that little stuff that y'all doing, King T and all, that's cool, and that's the essence of hip hop, Rakim and all that, LL. But we need to fine tune this, just like any business, and figure out where the money gonna come from. So they took like a dude like LL that's doing I Need a Beat and I Can't Live Without My Radio, fine tune that into I Need Love. And you know what I'm saying? Like all that little stuff like that. And it turns into, well, I Need Love actually went gold and then platinum. So it's like, we need more of those. So they started doing more I Need Loves and less, Biz Markie. It turned into more of a money thing. And it got so bad that acts pretty much were dying out. X-Clan, Public Enemy, all of that socially conscious, all that righteous stuff was dying out. And a lot of things that we felt were really dope weren't getting the love no more. The organized confusions and the tribes. Tribe wasn't getting the love. Tribe got sales when they got the sales. But when they first started, it wasn't there as far as the radio play and things like that. Tribe got pushed into the forefront because of the people. But it was for every tribe. You had Vanilla Ice, you had Digital Underground, you had MC Hammer. So it was, for every one you would get sneak through, you had 15, 20 that were on top, representing the culture. So with this Wu Tang, it came back to the grimy street level, to the, the basics of what we do this for. You know what I'm saying? So when we finally had this music, something to believe in again, it made us all feel like maybe we can maybe what we're doing is the right thing. Maybe what we're doing is real. And maybe these labels will start to sign us again. Because Wu Tang, I think they did platinum out the gate. Like when it finally took off and it started to to hit that peak, it became very, very mainstream, even though it wasn't. They weren't trying to be whatever. This was Loud Records. This was the grimiest of the grimy. Wu Tang, Big Pun. Who else was on Loud? I don't know. Noriega. I don't know who else was on Loud right off the top. But now it's back. It's in our corner. This is what we do. Our whole thing is my whole team was built off of the structure that RZA gave us with Wu Tang. So we started digging in and figure out who Wu Tang was. Is RZA's he's the mastermind behind it. He put them together as a kung fu. Everyone back in the day used to watch kung fu flicks. We all did. When we were young, Sunday morning, Saturday night, they used to show the kung fu flicks. We would watch that, get hype, go outside, start kicking. Kung fu, we're doing all that. So everyone already loved kung fu flicks. So they combined that with hip hop, which was we was already watching anime. It was already when we were in our 20s, we were young hip hop heads. We were already watching anime. We were already watching kung fu flicks. So him to combine kung fu and hip hop and slicing your neck and slicing heads and da. He had us at hello. We were a subculture. We were already gathering in rooms 20 deep to watch one anime, Akira and The Professional and The Samurai, all that stuff. So it's like we were watching that already, and he just manifested that into another extension of the culture. He combined them. So what happened was, now you got this whole following, this Wu Tang, this cult following. All of us are swept up in it. The W, the Clan, 36 Chambers, ODB. Then they start dropping the solo project. But at this point, it was over. You couldn't do nothing with Wu. You had Meth drop. Method Man dropped Takao. Then you had ODB drop. You had Ghost. You had RZA. You had Jizza. Jizza dropped the classic. These guys were dropping straight classic. Unprecedented. They had a deal at the time that they could release anyone from the Clan solo. This was the first time in history that a group signed a deal that we can release everyone in here solo on different records anytime we feel like it. This was unprecedented. Nobody did this before. RZA brought this change to the industry, and it changed up everything. It changed up our way of thinking, because it used to be either you in the group or you ain't. You in the group or you went solo. You in the group or you selfish and you on your own. No, it's I'm in the group and I'm solo. I do both. I make my album over here, then I return to the Clan. We form like Voltron. Changed everything. So needless to say, we gravitated to this and became pretty much lifelong Wu-Tang affiliate. Now, since we're talking about that, we're going to talk about the flip side of that, which is, as Wu-Tang heads, we expected a certain level of quality, a certain level of unity, a certain level of respect for each other. And on the flip side, it's just human nature. You put 9 dudes together, you're going to have friction. So what we started to see as Wu-Tang fans is a lot of it seemed like the Wu was clicked up in a way. It seemed like some of the Wu, it wasn't what we thought it was. We thought it was this strong unit that you couldn't penetrate or infiltrate. And we started to learn that even though some of these guys is family, some of these guys is best friends or whatever, some of them not getting along. And we started to make us be like, really? Like, wait, come on, really? This the Wu, dog, like the Wu. How can this guy not mess with that guy, and these 3 guys only roll together, but the other 3 guys don't roll, and they don't like, they coming close to blows and all. Like, we're like, what is happening? But we're young, so we're figuring, you know, this is kind of messing up the image of what we thought the Wu-Tang was, the internal friction, and you know, just a lot of stuff started to damage the Wu's reputation. So you gotta think, with all that great success, those multi-platinum albums, the double CD that went multi-platinum, with all that, you got these guys can barely be in a room together, and it starts to affect the product. When you go to see a show with all of them and all of them ain't there, You know what I'm saying? It started to affect the product. It started to affect the brand. Wu Wear's selling out the gate, but you get these guys on a video. I think it was the movie, it might have been the show, one of the movies. I don't know which movie it was, but you see Meth arguing with Ghost and You God and whoever else is on, and it's like, it's making you choose sides at that point. It's destroying the brand. So what you didn't have to do was then ODB dies. You know what I'm saying? The brand starts to sink. As anything is going to fight for relevancy. It's going to fight to survive. But then when you're killing it from inside, it's making it even worse. And as the time started to change and shift away from the whole Wu Tang movement, you get the last final straw of what we thought we were seeing with the Wu was all this Wu Tang affiliate stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, it's how many affiliates is it? How many guys is running around just Wu Tang over here? Whatever. You never even heard this guy before. Now he's got the W, and he's the affiliate, and it's all this mad. It's just all this spin-off stuff, and it's like RZA got another label over here, and this guy got a label over there, and it's 40 guys running with the Wu banner, and it's like, what is it? It just got ridiculous. It got ridiculous, bro. As a Wu head, it got ridiculous to me. And I couldn't even follow it anymore. And then to top it all off, you got all this product and the beats ain't where they need to be. RZA, for whatever reason, which I understand, he had too much going on. He's fighting internal friction. He's trying to stay relevant in the streets, and you can't be all those things and still produce. You can't fight all this stuff, all these internal beefs, all these things going this way, that way. You're trying to handle business. You put it in this guy's hand, that guy, da-da-da, and still make the beats like they used to be. According to them, RZA beats, a bunch of them got destroyed in a flood, which is, I know that if that happens, it sets you back. I lost a bag of beats one day in front of the studio session. We put it on top of the car. It fell off the car. We drove away, came back. Some dudes had already took it. And that hurt us. It set us back. Took us like a year to regroup and fix that problem. So I know how that feels. But at the end of the day, we weren't getting the same RZA beats. It felt like he was bringing in too many chefs in the pot. So boom, it is what it is. At the end of the day, the Wu Tang, the nucleus, seemed to have fell apart. Even when they decided, oh, we're gonna come back together, we're gonna be strong enough. It never really felt like it gelled right. They were still touring, they were still on Rock the Bells and all the stuff they were touring, but we weren't getting that full sense. And I seen them at a couple of those Rock the Bells, and they were rocking. It was a dope experience. But you never knew if they all would be there. You know, it's internal friction for years in the media, social media. One says this, the other says that. And they put out albums. They don't, half of them like it, half of them don't. It's just, it's the weirdest dynamic. So fast forward. I say all that to say this. If you are a Wu Tang head, you will understand what this album is. Because we've been complaining about these Wu Tang albums, I want to say, for the past, God knows, years. 6 years, 7. It's been complain. This album is to make you remember. This album is to set things right. This is what this album is supposed to do. This album right here, mind you, anyone that has been following Wu for a while can't be expecting too much from this album. You can't be, because of what the track record is of the past couple years. The last album that RZA produced himself, even he says it wasn't good. I think if I listen to it at all, I skipped through it. Because before it even dropped, half the Wu-Tang said it was garbage. process that. Why would I want to hear that? Half the Wu Tang said it's garbage. I may be exaggerating, but I know a couple of them wasn't backing it. How can I support an album that you ain't even backing? So there we are with that. So A Better Tomorrow. I think I did listen to it once. And that tells you everything you need to know about that. Once. It didn't set well with me. And I'm not super like, oh, Wu-Tang, I gotta be RZA. No. It just didn't set well with me. It was okay. It was not, no replay value whatsoever. I can't tell you one song off of it. And that's sad. These are our heroes, bro. These are the guys that changed rap forever. And as a champion of support your veterans, support your greats, it was sad for it to come to that. You got this guy gonna sue that guy, this guy gonna see him when he see him, just all kind of madness. This is the Wu, bro. My C's marry his C's, marry his C's, all that. What happened to that? What happened to that? But there's always hope in this world. And when you come to an impasse where there is no turning back, Wu-Tang supposed to have been finished years ago. They were saying years ago, if we don't get back together, we're going to be out of here. It could happen to us too. Wu-Tang supposed to have been done. But that's not how this story meant to end. I think Wu-Tang chapter is far from closed. Yeah, Method Man said he's not going to do the tour this time, but he's on his album. And he's going nuts on his album. So this is what I want to do. We talked about the good. We talked about the bad of Wu-Tang. Let's talk about the Saga Continues album. I'm going to tell you where I'm at. This is a complete reversal of fortune for Wu heads. DJ Mathematics has taken this opportunity upon himself, apparently, because no one was trying to do this. Apparently, over the last couple years, he's been making beats specific for an album such as this. Specific for this Wu-Tang album that no one really wanted but him. And he has been crafting, I believe he used the ASR and crafted meticulously, I may add, this is a throwback. This is original pure Wu. This is Wu-Tang off the second album. This is the double CD Wu-Tang Forever. Wu-Tang you're getting. This is, I'm not going to say classic Wu, because classic Wu is 36 chambers. This is when Wu became even bigger Wu. Not 36. 36 chambers was what it was. It was pure. It was black. This is when, all right, we smashed this entire game. Now everybody's waiting for us to fail. And then we're going to come with a double CD and bust you in your head, crack your skull open, kick you down a flight of stairs, step on you and burn your body open. Burn your body and slice your legs off and your head. This is that Wu. When they made their beats even crisper, even harder for the second LP. Impossible, dog shit, all that. Them beats. These are those beats. These are the Wu-Tang Forever beats right here. The skits, the little funny interactions, the kung fu the kung fu metaphors and the kung fu wordplay, the movie insertions, whatever you want to call it, that is here. The Chinese element, for lack of a better word, that is here. and it's classic Wu. Method Man bodies. I have not heard Method Man spit like this since the Wu Tang double CD. Method Man bars. These are the best bars he's ever said. Whatever you want to say. These are his best bars. Redman accentuate. I didn't know that Redman on this many tracks would make sense on a Wu album, but he fits it. Hugh Half, all these guys, they sound dope on this album. The only one missing is You God. Jizza's on there. RZA's on there. And I like what I'm hearing from RZA. This sounds like RZA. These beats are perfect. Mathematics said there are no samples on here. It sounds like every song is a sample. So how does he do this? How did he make this album where it sounds like every song is a sample, but none of them are samples? I'm still perplexed to this day. And when I play this album, I play this album a lot, and I'm like, that's not a sample? Wait, that's not a sample? That's singing? That's not a sample? How did he do this? This is amazing. This is amazing, fantastic body of work. And the more you listen to it, the more you're going to get it. You're not going to get it off the rip. You're not going to. I'm telling you right now. You're going to put it in for face value. This is not, soon as you hear it, you get the whole thing. This is not that. This album is banging. I didn't even get, and I was impressed when I first heard it. When I went back more and I got more information, I started to listen to it really in detail. And I started to realize that this guy ran this stuff all through the ASR. After he produced it, he ran it through there again. And RZA did a lot of co-production on him, but he doesn't want to say what he did. He's giving Mathematics the credit, and he tinkered with it when he wanted to. But I said it to say this. This album is fantastic. It's fantastic. This is what we wanted when we said Wu Tang in 2017. This is a banger. He's giving us a banger. If you are a true Wu head, I'm not even going to tell you. You need to go back and you need to fix your ears and try to get in the 90s mode. No, you don't need to get in the 90s mode. You do need to get out of this current mode to appreciate this album. You cannot go into this album thinking like, oh, you want to hear, some turn up. This is hip hop, bro. This ain't that. This ain't that. Don't put it on. I'm telling dudes I know that's not gonna like it. Don't even play it. Cause you're too now. You're too, you know what I'm saying? Yes, this is now, but this is for the right frame of mind now. You gotta have a hip hop hat on your head. You gotta have your mind gotta be ready to hear boom bap, like straight up boom bap, unadulterated, but with that feeling of a new era of it. It's not weirdo shit, but it's pure and it's hard. We've gotten away from that. This album is going back to that. The Saga Continues is a dope album. Method Man bodies this album. Everybody bodies this album. I am really impressed with this album. I'm not going to drone on and on. I need you to listen to it. I give it the stamp of approval. You're not going to get one spin out of this and be like, this is amazing. Give it a couple spins. The Saga Continues, the Wu Tang album. My review is this album is a A+++. I give it the stamp. You need to hear this. Mathematics, salute to you. You banged this album out. I don't know how much RZA did or didn't do, but salute to RZA too. And my only thing is, I don't know what's going on with Ghost, but Ghost, you did your thing too. Ray sounds immaculate as usual, and this is a work of art. This is a work of art. So shout out to Wu Tang. Shout out to everybody that's watching. Subscribe to Audio Liquor Magazine. Like the video, don't like the video. ALE, it is what it is. My name is Charles Brown. I'll see you next time. Peace.